Should Derek Carr be playing with his broken wrist, or is it sexy Jake Haener time? Decisions for Rizzi. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We never trade up.
There was a path to give up 3 first-round picks to get Jaden Daniels. I would do it. And I would pick Jaden Daniels.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Rob Marlborough. I'm joined by Dave, Andrew, Thomas, running the show back in Poland. As always, I see a bunch of people in the chat. I see EJ. I see Who Dat Golfer. I see your boy Alan, Dustin, Jason Champagne. Ton of people in the chat. Guys, thanks for joining us as always. On tonight's show, if Rizzi yelled at Derek Carr like he yelled at Dave's UDFA son, Hayball, would Saints Twitter demand he be made the full-time coach immediately? Which defensive players need a good final month to secure a roster spot? And do the next 2 weeks versus Washington and Green Bay decide Rizzi's fate? The hotline and the mailbag, and we're going to preview Saints Commandos. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I'll drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. This week, it's a classic, Malort. And not only that, if we reach the second donation goal, Andrew's going to do something disgusting. Andrew, show the people.
Yeah, so this one scares me because it's got moonshine in it. It's called Old Smoky Moonshine.
Yes.
It's called Shine Nog. It's a cream liqueur.
Aha.
I've had this before. First of all, I
bet that's good, actually.
I hate eggnog. I hate it.
Yeah.
So this
Really?
is already not up my alley. This is on par with Dave's meth nog. And it's a thick bottle. Like
I'm gonna be whipping up some meth
How
nog
old
later
is
today.
it? Is it some of mine where it's like 3, 4, 5 years old and it might be like paste?
There's no telling how old this is. So yeah, we'll definitely get to the first donation because it's Malort. I have faith in you guys. Hopefully we'll at least get there. Ralph will chug some Malort. It'll be funny. But yeah, if we hit the second donation goal, Shine Nog for me. And I'm already a daiquiri deep, and I'm now drinking a Coors Light. So I'll be mixing my stuff.
Malort.
Maybe I'll donate to get to that. Just
the experience of Malort makes it even more terrifying when you do it the second and third time, because you know how awful it is and how it can destroy you, and you fear it.
Yeah.
All right, Dave.
I've had Malort. I can confirm that
it's disgusting. So, Dave, if Rizzi had yelled at Derek Carr like he yelled at your UDFA son, I think Saints Twitter would have been open to making him governor, mayor, president, dictator, full-time coach. He could have done whatever he wanted. Isn't that what we really want as Saints fans? We want him to yell at Carr like he yelled at that poor punter.
Well, look, first of all, tough day for my boy Hayball. I don't approve. I don't condone the way he's treating him. As a co-parent, Rizzi did not discuss this with me. I didn't know we were doing good cop, bad cop in the parenting role here. So I'm a little pissed off at Rizzi because, usually after Hayball goes to sleep at night, we usually like to have a glass of wine and we discuss these things about how we're going to approach our parenting styles. And he just kind of went off the deep end there. Now you're asking about Derek Carr and whether he yelled at Derek Carr. Why are you asking that? Because you think that most of Saints fans are not happy with Derek Carr? In general, or because of that one play?
In general, they hate him.
Because I'm not happy. I'm not happy about him because of that one play. And I heard that you guys liked that play. And then today you guys hopped on and did today you hopped on a breaking news podcast. And said that the Saints are sucking because of divine intervention. You blamed it on God. You blamed the Saints.
Who do you blame it on?
Future. I'm going to get there. You blamed the Saints' future failures, the inevitable future failures of the Saints on God. Now, why are you doing that? Because Derek Carr is not going to play, because Derek Carr is going to be injured. Guess who's to blame for Derek Carr's injury? Derek Carr, okay? I don't know how you could defend it. Look.
You're saying he should have slid?
No, he didn't. He didn't have to slide. He could have just ran out of bounds. It was second down. Look, this was second down. It wasn't third.
He can't run out of bounds because we're trying to run out the clock.
He could have just gone down. Like, it wasn't the smartest play.
Sure, he could have gone down. Thank you, Ralph. It was, not only was it the smartest play, like, I don't understand it. Look, your greatest ability is your availability, and you're Derek Carr, and as much as you want to say, even the Derek Carr haters out there, I think you have to agree, if you want to win, if you want to actually try to compete for this really crappy NFC South title, of which we're still in contention for somehow. Derek Carr is our best chance of getting there. And again, your best ability is your availability, and you need to be on the field. And if you're not on the field, you can't help this team. And look, like Nick Underhill said, like, I get it. Like, I love the effort. A+ for effort. But you got to read the room. You got to read the situation. Like, and then Ralph, you got on Twitter and you said, oh, if it was anybody but Derek Carr, they wouldn't be making fun. That's not true, okay? Because let me tell you something. The quarterbacks that go ahead and do things like that are Taysom, Jared Allen, maybe Lamar Jackson, and they wouldn't get shit for doing that because we've seen them do that and they can pull it off, okay? Then there's your other quarterbacks like Derek Carr who don't ever do that because they can't do that. So this was a real unicorn situation to see Derek Carr try to attempt this. I don't know what he was thinking. He's got Taysom fever. He's been practicing and watching Taysom for so long. He was like, you know what? I think I can do this. I think I might be able to do this.
Would you be pissed if he wasn't hurt? If let's say he gets the first down, he wins the game, and he's not hurt, are you still having the same rant?
Good question. I don't know if I'm ranting like this, but I'm still probably making the point and saying, you know what, though, that was dumb. We're lucky it worked out okay, but that really was a dumb play. Like,
it wouldn't be the lead topic of the show. It would just be like, that was really dumb. Moving on.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, look, I actually am not going to argue with you on that one too much, Dave. I think it's a reasonable take that you have, and I will argue. I respect the ball.
Shut up.
I respect that at that stage of the game, he's going for the kill. He's going for the win. Absolutely. As a competitor, like, respect, but it wasn't smart. I can't argue that it was.
It's just so out of character. Like, again, going back to my point, like, we've never seen that from. He's not that guy. He's not that quarterback. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Taysom Hill. He's not Jared Allen. So to me, it's just so weird that with second down against a team that's got a banner flying over the stadium that a fan paid for that says, please sell the team or do something, fix this, which, by the way, is maddening. Like, we had to eke out a win against the team that's flying a goddamn banner over the stadium. That's not good, guys. Not a good sign. But yeah, anyway.
So you think, Dave, the stupidity outweighs the courage?
In this situation, absolutely, yes.
My only point, Dave, is that if it was anyone else on the Saints roster, Kevin Austin, Jamal Williams, anyone else, Saints fans would have been like, that's not the smartest thing. I feel really bad for him. But because we hate, as a fan base, collectively, we hate Derek Carr, we're like, you stupid mother bleepity bleep, I hate you. God damn, what are you doing? And because we hate Derek Carr, we're much harder on him.
No, absolutely. No, totally wrong. We're that mad because we love him and we don't want him to get injured, and we realize that he's our best chance at winning.
You lost me. We do not love Derek Carr.
No.
I mean, even the most staunch supporters of Derek Carr don't really love him.
We love Taysom.
Yeah, so you lost me there, but no, I think the comparison is kind of null and void because you operate at a different standard when you're the quarterback. Like, you can't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't, like, you just, like, the biggest knock on it is, is try hard is if he would know the situation of it's sort of like when you're when to take a timeout, when what to do, know the situation. It would have been 2nd and 2. Even if he goes out of bounds, it would have cost him 25 seconds. But
that was 3rd down. So yeah, it would have been 3rd and 2. Yeah. It
would have been 3rd and 2. So it would have stunk that he went out of bounds, but it's not the worst thing in the world, right? So and you'd be like, would you rather him go out of bounds or break his wrist?
That's crazy that he got concussed and broke his wrist.
That's right.
That's crazy.
I mean,
is it really in question as to whether he's going to maybe start? I thought he's out a couple of weeks.
They're still trying to figure. They're still trying to figure it out, and we'll get to that in a second.
He's not. I heard he's not playing this weekend, so I heard that's not happening. But Dave. You weren't there for the post-game show.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't.
I asked the question. So Hayball, later in the game, he had a couple decent punts, but early in the game, the first 3 punts, I argued that was one of the worst punting performances I have ever seen in Saints history.
It was terrible.
Those first 3 punts, they were line drives. Not only were they short, but they set up a return all 3 times. One went back for a touchdown. He was lucky that a flag negated the punt return, but he also filled a gap as opposed to doing what, filling the, trailing the play, which is what he's supposed to do in that situation. And Rizzi lost his goddamn mind. So I ask you this. That all happened, Dave, in conjunction with Dallin Holker, Kevin's UDFA son, catching his first pass, getting a first down. Are you officially nervous?
No.
He officially is now tied with Hayball in gained first downs on the season.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm more
stupid.
nervous.
Wake up.
I'm more nervous about Hayball standing with Rizzi than I am about Holker's Holker being on the come up, okay? Because I'm not concerned about that at all. We're in week 15 here, and he's got 1 catch.
I gotta say,
got
Dave,
a lot of,
I would be worried.
He's already run out of time to catch up.
Ralph,
no, Dave. I think he
do to catch.
If Hayball gets cut, if Hayball has another bad game and he gets cut, Kevin wins. If I was you, I'd be real nervous.
Because
I feel like Holker needs a touchdown.
No, because even in that situation, Holker at least needs a touchdown. But even if with a touchdown, still, I feel like Hayball has been contributing to this team as the starting punter for 14 games. 1 touchdown, I don't even think negates that or erases that. But
I don't know.
But again, I'm more concerned.
But contributing how? In what way?
To the listener vote. If Holker scores a touchdown, I think that might tip the scales.
I don't endorse that nor condone that. But it does make me nervous how Rizzi feels about Hayball, because look, Rizzi's a special teams guy, obviously, so he knows better than anybody, and now he's in charge. So if he doesn't like his punter, he's going to do something about his punter. So yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Getting back to the actual game.
Dave hasn't won yet, but I just want to say this isn't like the Bucks with the Saints trying to win the division, right? Where the Saints have a 1% chance to make the playoffs or whatever. Right now, it's maybe
yes, it is. No, it's not.
Maybe like Holker's the Falcons, and Hayball is the Bucks, So there's still a path there.
Oh, it's a interception!
Oh wait,
I'm gonna score for Dad.
Holker 28.3 interception. We are halfway there, guys.
All right.
Who's talking about my hat?
Constitution ready for some Malort, Ralph.
Who that golfer?
Here's an interesting thing. This game, we can get to the Brissy block. We talked about it in the post game. It was amazing. But I want to talk about something that I saw yesterday that I think is really important to talk about. A Giants player hired an OnlyFans model to flash Saints players during the game. Is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Or is that the deepest commitment to winning in the history of the NFL?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Where are your sources on this?
The New York
Where are we
Post.
getting this from?
The New York Post.
Is there a secondary source? That's practically the New York Post is practically the Inquirer. I mean,
The
that's
model
like-
is the source, man.
Where was she sitting?
She
Who
was
else
sitting
a
behind the
subscriber?
Saints bench.
Who was it?
Like first.
I'm gonna have to look her up for research. Let me look her up. What's her name?
Research.
Who is this?
Isn't it
Does
fake
she have
or
an
something?
Instagram account?
She has OnlyFans. But Andrew, is it
When you say flashing like she was going topless, like
yeah. Like she was going
It was
topless.
cold. It was cold out there.
You don't get thrown out of the stadium for that.
I don't know.
You do. You
You
do.
need
has
to
the
get
D-
caught
she has-
first.
She has the DMs.
Yes, it ain't
to
a crime
prove
unless
it.
you get caught.
TMZ too, Dave.
I
TMZ.
don't. I feel like
All right, well, that's a little more legit.
I feel like. She
Are there
was
videos?
off from the stadium. This is surprising.
I saw a still shot. She looked equipped for the job, Dave, is what I'll say.
Okay, good. That's
No
it.
shit,
Excellent.
man. She's
Ava
on
Louise
OnlyFans.
is their name.
Oh, Ava Louise. Oh, I know. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, of course, I'm a member.
I gotta say, I think this is a commitment. I was surprised
This is
they had a
number one
Giants
bullshit.
player this committed to winning the game. Like, if the Saints did this in a key
no
game,
way a Giants
Didn't work.
player did this. There's no way.
I mean,
She has DMs. What are the DMs? Like DMs from
the
the
DMs
Giants?
say like he
Her?
hired her, like he got her to. He's like
Which Giants player?
she wouldn't identify the
The
player.
DMs didn't say I saw that tweet. You know?
Well, then what's the point of telling us?
Because I
No,
want to
for
know
her.
is
What's the point of her outing this? She's not going to say who.
I don't know. It's funny. It's good
It's probably
content for us.
fake, you know.
I
Yeah,
think
this
it's
sounds
the
like something Lawrence Taylor would have done.
I think it's the greatest commitment to winning I've ever seen.
But they lost.
Is there a Giants player cool enough? Maybe Malik Neighbors.
Oh shit!
My source is I made it the F up.
Who not go for a 50 buckaroo super chat?
Wow.
Who that golfer with that money? You could have bought your own melon hat. Almost.
All right, so we're
Wait,
halfway there.
wait,
you get
let-
another.
I'm gonna go.
No, we are there
gonna go-
already. I just need to update the goal. I cannot update it on
Yeah.
super chat.
No, he's saying we're
I'm gonna
halfway
go-
there to me drinking this.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm
Never
going to go
mind.
mix up my own meth nog.
All right, I'm gonna drink the Malort.
Just give me a second, man.
Go ahead and make it a 9 or a 10. We already know the score.
Let me switch it
We
up.
did.
Youth meter. Wait, is that the Malort or the other thing?
No, this is Malort.
Okay.
Malort. Produced and bottled in Chicago, Illinois. All right, here we go. I really gotta psych myself up. I really have to psych myself up because I know how bad it is.
The sound, man.
The best part about Malort is that I actually don't have these theatrics that Ralph does at the beginning. You're like, oh, it's not that bad. And then the aftertaste hits you and you're just like,
so bad.
oh God. And then you like can't get it out of your mouth. Like it just stays with you.
And the problem with Malort, it's a 9. It might be a perfect 10. The problem with Malort is no matter what you're like, I'm gonna wash it down with. It doesn't matter. Hard Hide strawberry whiskey and strawberry lemonade, which I'm drinking now. Malort just laughs at it and is like, please, that's not gonna kill this taste. It doesn't. So it's just gonna be with me all show. Hey,
Yep.
Sally, I need assistance. Do I have snot bubbles coming up my nose? Oh God.
If you do, that's good, man. That's how it should be.
It's gross.
Okay,
All
let
right,
me.
so
nine.
if we hit the next one, I got Shine Nog, and what do you have, Ralph? What's your next?
My next one is the one that I didn't drink last week, the spicy tamarind.
Oh, the one with the difficult name.
What's the percentage on that?
What's that?
What's your percentage on
The spicy tamarind is 35% alcohol by volume.
Oh, okay.
I just mixed up some meth nog. This is Pennsylvania Dutch with a little Caruba Jamaican rum added to it, and I'm gonna add a little.
I was gonna say, did you
little
shave
peppermint bark?
You're not gonna shave
I'm
a
gonna
little nutmeg on top. You're not gonna.
No, I did sprinkle that in there too, but I'm adding a little peppermint bark.
I'm gonna tell you
it up a little bit.
What's amazing for the holidays is Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It's amazing. It's a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, strawberry and lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. They're supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long through the draft next year. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. So, Andrew,
sorry, Ralph, let me interrupt you while we're at it. Let me thank everyone who contributed to that drink. Jason Champagne, $12.83 tip with the donation message. The tank is on. Then your boy Alan super chatted $10 with donation message. Malot face. Then Holker, which we heard, 20.3. I'm gonna score for that. Then Oppenheimer, Tulane blows so bad. The starting QB left. Dave. Oppenheimer seems.
Hold on. He hasn't left yet. He hasn't.
Dave, how many T-shirts are you gonna have to sell to keep him a Tulane Green Wave?
I actually was, had some phone calls today and was poking around. I got some info that I won't share, but he hasn't left yet. We can, we'd like to keep him here in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So who does go first in the lead?
Just remember who gave him a chance and who gave him a starting job, and
Andrew, I want to talk about this.
Yes,
the next 2 weeks, I feel like this decides Darren Rizzi's fate, because meaning the Saints, whether Carr plays or not, we'll get into that in a second. They're more than a touchdown underdog against Washington. And they're going to be probably a 10-point underdog in Green Bay on Monday night.
What's the spread?
8. The spread for the Washington game is 8.
Wow. Okay.
So, do they have to be competitive in both? Do they have to win one or two? I feel like if they get blown out in both, it doesn't matter if Carr's the quarterback or not. If Rizzi gets blown out in both and he's 3-3 as the coach, he's kind of done. He's not getting the job. They got to be competitive.
I mean, I'll go back to what I said on our breaking news podcast. I don't agree with that. I think Rizzi has done enough to merit consideration. And so what I mean by that is he's not going to be given the job. No matter what, maybe if they win out and make the playoffs, okay, sure. I mean, there's some absurd scenario where maybe he gets the job without them interviewing other guys, but I don't really see a scenario where he's handed the job. They could lose out and get pummeled in every game, and then sure, maybe the Saints make an announcement like we're not moving forward with Rizzi and we're interviewing these other people. But absent the two extremes, everything in the middle to me adds up to we're interviewing a pool of candidates and Rizzi will get his chance amongst those people. And I think he deserves that. He should be promised nothing. At the end of the day, if you get a no from Vrabel and you get a no from Johnson, the offensive coordinator of the Lions, and I know Belichick's probably going to UNC.
Belichick's out. No, he already confirmed today. Yep. He's going to UNC.
So, I don't know who the candidates would be at this point that would be, kind of ahead in the pecking order. But if you get to a point where it's Aaron Glenn wants a job and Rizzi wants a job, and those are the two best candidates, I'm not going to pretend to know here and now who the better choice is, but I think he merits consideration based on how good of a job he's done at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not too hot and bothered that we would lose by 3 touchdowns to Washington with Jake Haener as the quarterback. To me, that's a throwaway.
That's it. It leads into the next point. Jake Haener, like, let's say Andrew's right and he's here, and Derek Carr is. It's going to be. It's probably going to. Dave, I think it's going to be Jake Haener. I don't think they're going to go back to Rattler.
Can I? Are there odds on this? Because I would bet my whole life that it's going to be Jake Haener. I don't know why they would go back to Rattler. They tried that. After Rattler didn't work, they went with Haener. He became the backup. He's always been, the official backup behind Derek Carr on game days. Yeah, it's for sure going to be Haener on.
What
Sunday.
are the odds, though, that we're going to be clamoring for Rattler by halftime?
Oh, very high, very high.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I view Haener and Rattler as like the same. They're kind of the same quarterback. Obviously Rattler scrambles a lot more, but I mean, they're.
I think the logic.
They're not that far apart.
The logic for Rattler when they it made sense of our offense stinks. He can run around and do stuff. That's the best shot we got. I think that made sense at the time, and I think it still does because Washington, as bad as they are on the ground run defense, like the Giants showed, hey, if you really commit to stopping the Saints run, you can. So I think it's hard, but I think you're right, Andrew. I would say this. I think if Carr is going to – if they're not going to play him this week in the Dome, I can't believe they're going to play him in like 20 degrees in Green Bay. I think there's a chance, like, say Carr plays the Raiders in Tampa. I think there's a chance we get – Haener this week, Rattler next week. Like maybe a combination of both.
The Raiders and Tampa. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the last two games.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
So how close are we? Am I gonna get to put this back in my fridge?
Yeah.
That would
Less
be
than
amazing.
50.
No, leave it out. Leave it out for a little bit,
Less than
and then let's get to the
50.
donation right at the very end while it's nice and warm.
Less than 50, and by the way, we are on a 70 now. A week donation streak. There.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. You're amazing. Andrew, we talk about Carr and we talk about what is he new to
Wait, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe they should go with Rattler. Maybe it's different this time. Our offensive line is a little bit healthier than it was the last time Rattler got the start. Maybe he just needs, a little more time. Maybe he'd do better now that the offensive line's better.
Here's a question.
I don't actually believe that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Andrew, do you think Carr will be
You make me sick.
sort of desperate to play because one, he's a sicko and he just wants to play, which is great. He wants to be there for his team. But also, if he would miss the last 4 weeks, that's 7 games this year. He's injured last year. Is it in his best interest to get his butt back on the field and be like, I'm back on the field. When I play good and we can win games. Y'all need me. You need to keep me for 2025. So is Derek Carr going to be motivated to get back on the field to make sure he's the Saints quarterback in 2025?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's that. I think Carr just has some non-negotiables, which are if he can go, he's going to be out there for his brothers. And like, you can hate him, you can say all this stuff, but I actually think Carr is a good teammate. I think he cares very much. I think he'll do anything he can to help the team win. And I actually look, like, I think we need to think long and hard about getting out from that contract. And so then you ask yourself, okay, like, what's next at quarterback? I almost wonder if the Saints have a strategy to not pay a quarterback next year and just kind of roll with Rattler, Haener, and maybe another rookie and kind of nuke the whole thing and just, try to get cap compliant and then, have like a rebuild year. I don't know that Mickey Loomis will do that.
They can do that, but I don't know if I'm going to pay to watch it 9 times.
Yeah, I understand. But so maybe you do stick with Carr. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next year. But I just don't think Carr thinks of it like I need to show other teams that I'm tough. I don't think he thinks of it like I need to preserve my contract. I just think Carr thinks of it as I've made a commitment to be this team's leader and this team's quarterback, and I'm going to do whatever I can to play. You can hate the guy. You can think he sucks. Like, that's all up for debate. But what I don't think is up for debate is his commitment to the team and his commitment to doing everything he can to play. Like he's pretty. Carr is exemplary when it comes to like desire to be good.
Here, let's have some toxic positivity, Dave. If Hayball,
that wasn't enough.
No, that wasn't enough.
But like I don't even feel like I'm complimenting because maybe he's not good enough.
No, you're fine. I have no notes. I have no notes on what you said. I agree with everything. You know, he's got the desire.
Here's my question, Dave. We've seen Rattler Mania. Hashtag the agenda. People were all for it. I haven't got swept up in it for like a quarter and a half. Like, people were pumped to see Spencer Rattler. They're not as pumped to see Jake Haener. But if Jake Haener wins and looks good Sunday, would that be enough for Saints fans to be like, roll with Jake Haener? Haener 2025. Get rid of Carr. Yes. Let's roll with Haener.
Yes. Are you serious? We are an American sports fan base. We are all, as a whole, prisoners of the moment. We're going to go with whatever quarterback just won the damn game. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Andrew, do you think that, or do you think the Rattler hive would still hold out and be like, no, we need to give Rattler a chance, or would everybody go and get with Sexy Jake? One good game, beat Washington. He's the quarterback for 2025.
Well, first of all, I don't see it.
2025? I'm not saying that. I didn't. Whoa. You just pulled an old bait and switch on me there. You get me to agree to one thing, and then you're saying I'm agreeing to a whole other thing. I didn't say Haener. If Haener plays well on Sunday, that's it. He's automatically the starting quarterback for 2025. I just said the fan base would be okay with rolling him out there for another game.
No, I think they'd be fine with rolling him out there for 2025.
No,
they hate Derek Carr that much.
Shut up.
They hate Derek Carr that much. I believe that.
Shut up. Stop.
I don't see a scenario where this happens. First of all, like, if Haener was any good, he would have already claimed.
Right.
Like, the fact that they still haven't named a starter and they're still holding out hope that Carr might be able to go, and they're still kind of waffling on Haener versus Rattler. It's because they both suck. So. That what you just described is not going to happen. And I think even if Haener were to play decent and win the game, I think all Saints fans know what's up. They know this is a John 4K fool's gold situation. They'll smell it a mile away.
They will not. They will not.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I'm not buying it.
I think
I don't see a scenario where Jake Haener hype reaches a fever pitch.
Thomas, check the timestamp on that.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
So we talk about it, Derek Carr endlessly, right, Dave? And it's fine because that's the topic people care about, and we care about the Saints. But I want to ask you this: this Saints defense played good against the Giants. Granted, they're terrible. They got rid of Daniel Jones. So they were horrible, and their game plan was horrible. They didn't even try to run the ball against the worst run defense in the NFL.
And we still had to almost go into overtime to beat them.
Right. Overtime is what everyone deserved for watching that whole game start to finish.
I just want to make that point clear. I want to make that point clear. Like, yes, we won that game, and it was great because it was fun to celebrate. It was dramatic at the very end, but no good football team would have even kept it that close against the Giants. Like, that was not a good performance overall by the Saints. And you can blame Hayball. You can put 70% of the blame on Hayball if you want. I'm looking at Andrew right now, and I know that's what he's thinking. He's like, oh, well, if your stupid bullshit punter son could kick the damn ball, maybe we wouldn't have had to block that field goal at the end of the game. Yeah, I can see it in his face. I can read it. I can read it in your eyes.
That's right.
But Again, and I go back. A fan paid to fly banner over the stadium, saying, "Hey, please, fix this team, Mr. Mara." So this was not. This win does not give me the warm and fuzzies. I'm not, feeling great about this.
No one is arguing otherwise. There's not a single Saints fan on planet Earth that was like, "That was awesome."
Ralph was
the Brissi play was awesome. It was incredible. And
awesome. Yes.
the fact that my wife called me and she told me what happened cackling before I saw it on my phone at my son's soccer practice was even funnier.
I have to say, before I even enjoyed the play, I had to laugh at it. Like, I was laughing hysterically. Like, I was just like, that's absurd. What a hilarious way to win the game.
Who spent their money better?
Rizzi blocked a punt earlier this season too, right? That wasn't his first block punt this season, right?
Or a field
it was
goal,
a kick, first of all.
Right, sorry.
Who spent their money better? The people who bought the banner and flew it over the stadium, or the Giants player who got the OnlyFans model to flash?
Yes.
But the defense, it's old, and we talk about, Derek Carr, does he need to play? He wants to play to continue to be the Saints quarterback in 2025 and all this. What players on the defense, and I'll start with you, Dave, what players on the defense need a good month these last 4 weeks, need a good final month to secure their spot and make sure they're on the roster for the Saints in 2025? Do we have any of those? Because I think we might.
Well, I don't know what everybody's contract situations are. Obviously, if this is a contract year for you, you're more prone to not being around next year because you're easy to just get rid of and let go. I don't know. What's Pete Werner's situation? I feel like it'd be good if they
just extended.
Yeah, see,
I think Cam Jordan better get that good Rona, because I think he may not.
Isn't Granderson?
They're going to let him retire
last year of his deal.
No, Granderson. They just signed Granderson last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Cam. I don't
know. Honey Badger. What's his contract?
They could, but it would be it'd be kind of painful. And they don't have anybody in safety. But I think Cam. I think I think Nathan Shepard. I think Saunders. I think there's a lot of dudes that they better play good the last month of the year, or the Saints are going to be looking to do wholesale stuff on the defense. And Andrew, they might need to do that anyway. Like you might even say, "Hey, I don't care. It's too late. A good month, you're not fooling me. We need to make the changes anyway." But I'm saying
I don't know if either of you can look this up. What is the record for most rushing yards in a game by an individual? Can either of you look that up for me? Most rushing yards in a game in NFL history. We know that running quarterbacks kill the Saints. I watched Drew Lock convert like a 4th and 11 and a 3rd and 12 and gash the Saints with his legs. I think Jaden Daniels might break the record this weekend.
I've got an answer for you.
What is it?
Adrian Peterson, Minnesota Vikings, 296 yards. Woo! November 4th, 2007.
Jaden Daniels, 297 in play, boys.
I mean, you got to get
That's what I think about the
five.
Defense. To get back to your original question, that's what I think about the defense, Ralph.
To get top 5, you got to get 275. What's the single game rushing record for a quarterback?
I'll have to look that up.
Ooh, Willie Elson had 247 yards for the Rams against the Saints in 1971.
Oh, okay. Actually, you're going to be very surprised, I think, by who has the NFL record for most rushing yards in a single game by a quarterback.
Taysom Hill?
Archie?
Nope.
Aaron Brooks?
Nope. I'll give you a hint. They're still active.
Not a Saint?
What? They're still
not a Saint.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Oh, it's got to be Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Mahomes.
Nope.
No, there's no way it's Mahomes. I'm going to go with Russell Wilson.
By the way, this is the AI overview from Google, so I sure as hell hope this is right. This seems like something Google AI could easily look up and get right. No,
not Russell Wilson. Josh Allen?
Nope.
Wow. Hold on.
60 Jake.
No.
Derek Carr.
Man, I'm running out
Tell
of
us.
ideas. I'm
Tell
gonna go
me.
with
Yeah, I don't.
Jalen Hurts.
I don't think you're ever. I don't think you're ever gonna get it.
Go.
Fucking.
Just tell us.
Justin Fields, 178 yards against the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that is completely in place. Son, 170. He might have that through three quarters.
Broke Michael Vick's previous record of 173 yards.
Play the "This is happening" lube up soundbite.
Wow.
This is happening. Lube up. Wait, what? Now this says something different. Now this says Colin Kaepernick, 181 yards. What?
Well, that
What,
would be more
now
than
we're-
170.
Thomas, while Dave tries to get his facts straight, what's the donation update?
Maybe the NFL canceled all of Kaepernick's stats.
Roger that.
Yeah,
So
what the heck?
we are still 49 bucks
Oh, that was the
away.
playoffs. That's why.
Yeah. And by the way, everyone, consider donating via Stream Elements. Type ! Donate in the chat. YouTube is like the mob. They take a gigantic 30% cut. So just click the link in the chat that Thomas put. And
It's looking like I'm not gonna have to. Ooh, it's warm too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Anyway, an actual game. Playoffs should count in this because a playoff game is the same as a regular game. Yeah, if you're counting the playoffs, Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers, 181 yards against the Green Bay Packers.
He was a good runner.
January 12th, 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame he couldn't get a job
He's a
somewhere
good
else.
quarterback, man.
What's he doing? Maybe he could be our quarterback next year.
Yeah.
he's got to be pushing 40 now. So the hotline is back to form. Thank you guys. We challenged you. We challenged you all week. We said make the hotline be special again. You did it. 11 calls, including from Jerry G from the chat. Hall of Famers. Like cousin from Boston, Adam, the radio guy, he's back.
Yes, come on.
After a win, that's surprising. People were mostly shitting on Derek Carr. So put your seatbelts on, guys. Because you're in for a treat.
Oh, shit.
You never had a chance.
Oppenheimer, 60 buckaroo donation.
Wow.
God. Here we go.
All right, so
Yes.
here's what we're going to do.
First year out.
Here's what we're going to do.
Damn.
We're going to play the hotline, and then you'll do it after the hotline.
Okay.
Is it the first time that Oppenheimer's going to win the MVP? Jesus Christ.
So, Thomas, play the hotline. Thank you, Oppenheimer. You're the best.
What is that?
Am I even thanking Oppenheimer right now?
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Hey guys, it's Cody here. Over here rooting for the Saints inside of an Atlanta hospital while the game's going. All these Falcon doctors looking at me like I'm crazy. We're good. I was in the ICU and all I could think was just the Falcons.
Well, it's halftime, and that was a lot of poo. Offense was poo, defense was poo, Giants were poo, Saints were poo. Everything is poo. Just a lot of poo.
Man, Rizzi put on a little Marvin Gaye. Got all up in Hayball's ass. Bet he never does that again. But I'm here to remind everyone that you're focused on the wrong thing. You need to remember that after losing 7 games in a row, the Saints beat the Falcons. Correct.
Well, that was like watching two drunks pillow fight for who gets to keep the pillow and sleep on the best bench in the park. I'm with Juge. I don't ever root for the Saints to lose when they're still in contention, but I almost want to give that win back. Anyway, I guess we get to watch Jake Haener throw incompletions or Spencer Rattler throw interceptions the rest of the year. Anyway, appreciate you guys.
It's been a good minute. This is your boy, Jared G. Just calling to say the Saints win and the Falcons lost. Shout out to Brian Rizzi with that block punt at the end. Hopefully we can keep that train going. Who that?
Well, hey there, boys. It's your cousin from Boston. I think I'd rather walk through a room full of Legos barefoot than watch that shit again. What the hell? Tickets are going for $7 and $15. Oh, my God. And your boy Derek Carr tries to be Superman when all he needs to do is be a pedestrian quarterback. But holy shit, strap in. All right, take care, boys. I'll talk to you soon.
I don't know if we can claim that as a victory for our New Orleans Saints. If you look up ugly in the dictionary, that game is right there. two things I take away from this game. Brian Brzee is Trey Hendrickson version 2.0. They better hold on to him. And Clint Kubiak was a Dennis Allen hire, and I'm not impressed. It is what it is. Talk to you soon, boys.
Have you ever seen the other guys where the two cops jump off that 30-story building and aim for the bushes? I feel like Derek Carr was kind of in the same space. Like, yeah, I'm sure this will be fine. Anyway, I hope he gets better soon. Let's go Saints.
Oh, what the fuck was that shit that we just saw? Derek Carr, you dumb motherfucker, man. Somebody need to get that man a transplant somebody's brain. Need to find a hobo on Canal Street and pull his brain out. Put it in Derek Carr's head and watch his IQ score go up by 50 points. Anyway, we'll see if this crazy motherfucker's gonna play. He's gonna play. I bet you money on that shit. Motherfucker crazy. Anyway, who that?
Thank you guys. The hotline was emoting. And by the way, Cody sent me a picture from the ICU of him, and he's like, "You'll understand when you listen to the hotline." So get well soon, Cody. We love
Is he
you
okay?
all. I mean, he didn't specify. I thought he would like specify on the hotline.
Yeah,
what
he said
had.
he was okay. Yeah.
Okay, he said.
Listen to the full version.
Sound good.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
yeah, the full
first, Ralph,
version.
You
Listen
or
to-
me? Am I taking this to the face? Am I doing it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait
So
a second. Wait a second.
You got to drink your turmeric too.
Yeah, I gotta drink it.
Wait, and puke meter needs to go up.
Who's going first? Me?
I'll go first because I want to enjoy you doing the crack nog.
Okay.
Let me.
I hate eggnog too. This is gonna suck.
All right, here we go. Had a little kick at the end. Ooh, I think this one's pretty bad, but like it's like child's play compared to the Malort. I feel like I'm going to give it hits, boy. I feel like I'm going to give it a poor grade, but that's just because it can't measure up to Malort. I'm going to give it like a 7. It's not that bad. The kick was
anything
a little...
after Malort is going to seem like child's play, I think.
So
all right, here we go. Old Smoky Moonshine, a little shine knock.
Is it still liquid, Andrew?
It's still liquid.
What's the? By the way, speaking of which, you always ask Ralph, what's the ABV on this?
I think it's it's cream liqueur, so it's heavy on cream, which makes it worse for me. But I think it's like 20% alcohol.
Wow, what? Good Lord. Very lame.
All right, do it.
40 proof. It's moonshine. Moonshine should be like 100 proof.
Oof. That's bad.
Andrew's used to throwing back some white.
Yeah,
white cream
I
in his
don't
mouth.
slap tables and make weird faces. I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give that a 4.
Like 4? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's not that bad. I just God.
You hate eggnog.
I hate eggnog. It's
but thank you guys for donating and making it happen. And by the way, I want to thank.
I'd rather slam it than drink it slowly. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank Brent, Sean, Cody, and Pancho Villa. They all signed up this week. Thank you guys. We appreciate you.
Pancho Villa.
Pancho Villa. Like
I will say I'm feeling the moonshine like burn my chest, which is a weird feeling when you drink something creamy.
You're right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You're getting that like warm.
Oh, your boy Alan wants to know. Dave, you said it on the behind the scenes.
I saw this. I'm glad you asked this.
We need to know, Dave, did he hear the bad audio last week when he listened back?
It sounded fine to me in my car. It sounded. Brad,
Listen
my
to
buddy
the behind
Brad
the
Knapp.
scenes.
What's more important is that Brad said that it sounded fine. So how could it sound bad?
Also, actually, where's my phone? I'm going to go back to our text thread.
How can you trust a man who set his own fence on fire? I mean,
he did not set his own fence on fire. His neighbor's pool equipment started that fire.
Allegedly.
So while Dave does that,
allegedly,
Thomas, The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi,
Here we go. I got it.
Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and find a location and get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Before we get to Take It to the Top, Dave, do your text message.
Well, Ralph texted on Wednesday, 7:38 in the morning. So the next morning after our podcast recorded, Ralph texted all of us and said, Dave was mostly correct about the audio. Sounds okay in my car. A couple of bad patches. Really great show. Andrew Punter rant and Dave Camara rant. Great. That's his notes.
Show it to the camera.
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously? It's accurate.
All right. Hold on. You really don't believe that he said this? It was also
I confirm. You don't need to show it. I can.
Yeah, liked by Kevin Held also. Liked by Kevin Held. And then below that is the breaking news
Kevin,
that
come on, man. How could you do that, man?
Your boy Alan says you are such a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm
Why
going to
don't you
assume
back
right
up
now.
with a source?
My
source is that I made
I'm going to
it the
assume right
fuck
now your
up.
boy Alan listens to the podcast, obviously live because he's listening now. But if he listens back, he listens on with earphones or headphones.
Here's the thing, Alan. If the audio was bad, we would crush Dave. We wouldn't protect him. If it was terrible, you would know about it.
true.
Believe me, we would have. On the behind the scenes, it would have been as soon as he sat in the chair, we would have started crushing it. But we can't.
It is
right.
It is bad. The guys can hear it on their end while we do the show, and Thomas can hear it, but on the playback, it's not really as big of a deal.
It's because Thomas does
It depends if my rant is going ape shit or not. If it's not like it is right now, at this very moment, it is not going ape shit. I can hear it, but probably most people cannot. But last week it was like next level shit, man.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It has to do with my modem or whatever. And then while we're totally off the rails here, Kevin is not with us. And I am not going to go into any detail at all. I'm just going to say that for those of you who are interested in the Kevin love updates,
we might have to have a special podcast.
I'm just going to say things are happening. Things are
Kevin, baby,
things are happening. Deals are getting made.
Kevin Jr. on the way.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Plans are locked in.
No, there's no. He didn't get anybody knocked out, but I'm just saying things are happening. Things are happening. Kevin is on cloud 9 right now, having a good time. So good for him.
We're rooting for you, Kevin. So Thomas,
are we?
That ended.
Whoa! Put a shirt on, buddy.
Thomas, take it to the top. Good thing we don't on Twitch anymore.
My son just brought me a beer.
Good thing, yeah. Hit take it to the top, Thomas.
Good boy. Good boy.
Remember, kids, send us all the questions. If we don't get to them on the main show, me and Dave will get to them in the mailbag. We use all the content. We love the questions. The crazier, the better. Thomas, what's first up?
All right. First question from your boy Alan. He asks, when Rizzi was losing his shit on Hayball, was he picturing Dave Scariello's face?
No, but I was picturing Rizzi yelling at me.
I gotta say, Rizzi yelling at Hayball felt a lot like Dave yelling at us.
It does. I gotta say, I was
because Rizzi, they did the whole thing. But where's he from? Is he from Jersey or is he from New York?
Jersey,
Solve your problems with aggression.
He's an Italian guy from New Jersey. You know, not exactly the same as New York. We look down upon people from New Jersey, but still Italian Northeasterners. We're down here in New Orleans, so we're simpatico. I get it. At the same time, like I'm sure he went to the locker room and I'm sure he was like, I'm sure he was fine. Like we're Italians, we're hot-headed, we like to get it out, and then when we get it out, that's it. It's gone.
You know what the worst part about that game was?
Bottle it up. We don't let it build up and then explode like at the smallest thing, like what's this Michael Douglas in Falling Down.
Whoa, what a reference. I didn't know you were a movie buff. Normally, you kind of blow these references.
That's right.
That was nice. I am going to say this. The thing that that game was missing the most. I know. With a lead like that, like what did it have? It was missing everything. But I think the biggest disappointment in that game was that Tommy DeVito wasn't the starting quarterback. Not because the outcome would have been any different. I think he was kind of banged up, whatever. The score probably would have been the same. It probably would have played out the same. But I feel like Rizzi would have been so much more fun. Like, I remember when the Saints beat the Giants and DeVito started last year, and he was doing the whole thing after a block.
Yeah, he went to the rival high school of Tommy DeVito.
I feel like it would have been way more hilarious if, it maybe could have given us a little enjoyment because we got none out of that game.
I will say I was a little bit surprised. Jim Mora was like, I don't like Rizzi yelling at Hayball. Losing control. Jim Mora, Mr. Crazy press conference guy. But then I thought of it. Jim Mora never lost his cool in a game with the Saints ever. Like, he just kind of stood there no matter what was happening.
Well, I remember what
he only lost it to the press.
I know what he said to Buford Jordan on a number of occasions. So he's walking that one back clearly.
What about when he called into his show?
Well, but that's not during a game though. Like, he would lose his mind.
He was like, that's horseshit ball carrying.
Practice.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't play meaningless games around here.
Let's not pretend Jim Mora's never shit on a player, please.
No, but I mean, like he must.
He literally threw Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, under the bus.
Yeah, but not like
record number of interceptions for touchdowns.
Yeah, but we never saw him do like the Ditka scream at a player or Rizzi like during a game. That was what I'm saying.
That is not true.
You don't think?
No, I do not.
I can't. Maybe some old Saints heads
moving the goalposts.
I don't think. I can't remember. Can maybe somebody in the chat can remember? I can't ever remember Jim Mora during a game losing his mind.
Ralph, if no one remembers, like. Our Alan Ulrich is like, that's it. That's the list. Like, that's the one guy that might remember when you didn't. Like, no one else is remembering a Jim Mora memory besides you.
Either way, if he remembers it and he pulls it up, it happened, and then Ralph is right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I think he did scream at a ref on a Monday night.
I prefer Peyton with I prefer like the glare, like the glare. The gum chewing and just the glare.
Yeah. I gotta say, I've never been more scared for Sean Payton's well-being in life than when he was pointing with two fingers at Jamal Brown's chest repeatedly. and Jamal Brown had this look on his face like, I might hit you.
Jamal Brown, Saints and Redskin legend.
You mean Commandos?
Commandos, that's right.
All right, Thomas, next question.
Well, no, they were the Redskins when he played for them.
That's right. What do you got, Thomas?
All right, next question, a longer one from Aldi Marino. It's been a while, Aldi Marino. Where you been, man? We need you back on streams. He asks, from several cranial contusions, multiple shoulder injuries, abdomen pulls and strains, and the often testicular restrictions in the red zone, why does Carr feel like the guy at the office who is randomly out sick when there's a huge report due?
We spent a good part of this podcast talking about the effort that Derek Carr has put in and his dedication. I honestly, I'm not going to agree with this question. I don't really feel that way about Derek. That's the one thing he does have.
He shows up even when you don't want him to.
But he's injury.
Yeah, he is injury prone. He is injury prone. Again, all the more reason why
people say about Carr that's negative. I feel like the one thing that they don't complain about is that he has been injured too much over the last 2 years. And to me, that's the most unacceptable thing. Like, yes, we've lost some games and yeah, he blew some games, but like statistically, he's been pretty good. His win-loss record, it's been all right. But to me, the unacceptable part is that he just doesn't play enough. And so if he's not durable, like I actually think he's living up to his contract. If you look at what he's paid compared to other starting quarterbacks in the league, if you look at statistically what he's producing versus his competition, his peers, like he's slotted perfectly. He deserves what he's making. Like the Saints are getting value for what he is. My only problem is he doesn't play.
Yeah.
Sorry, that I should rephrase that. He doesn't play enough. Like he misses games due to injury, and like you need your quarterback.
You can't be average and be missing games.
Yeah, when you pay a guy like that, you can't afford a good backup. Clearly, which is why we're stuck with Haener and Rattler, and we don't have a guy that can come in and win games for us when he's out.
Yeah. The one I would say Derek Carr is like Kevin from The Office. You know, remember Kevin? He was gung ho. He did a bunch of things. Like he made the chili for The Office, but as he's bringing it into the office, he drops it. Like I think,
right?
I think that's Derek Carr. Like the intentions are good.
One of the worst analogies I've ever made, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm not following you on that one.
No sense.
Kevin was an idiot.
Idea. Like I know Kevin from The Office. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I know about
he meant well. He always meant well. That's what I'm saying.
Well, sure. You could. Michael Scott always meant well. To be quite honest with you. But,
well, then maybe he's
argument.
Michael Scott. What's next, Thomas?
Scott. He's not Michael Scott. But anyway, Derek Carr.
I feel like Derek Carr is Dwight. He's a tryhard. He's a tryhard, but no one really likes him. And he's weird. He's Dwight. And he kind of sucks. You know, but like he sells paper. He's not the worst salesman at the company. I think your analogy blows, and I think Dwight is the answer. I actually think I nailed the analogy.
I second. You did.
Kevin analogy was trash, and I actually think the Dwight analogy is spot on. Fucking bullseye.
It is. You're correct.
Yeah. Clip that. Check the timestamp.
Poor hosting by me.
Hey,
Thomas, what's next?
Check the timestamp on this.
Okay, final question of the show belongs to Saints Rabbit, the usual suspect. He asks, who is a former Saints wide receiver or tight end that you used to make fun of that now you would beg to have on this current roster?
Name a Saints receiver with over 35 catches.
Kobe Fleener.
Oh my God! No, not Kobe.
I'd give a finger off my bad arm right now.
Jared Cook.
David Thomas.
Maybe not Cook.
Nah, no thanks.
Saints Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Brandon Coleman.
Dan Morgan.
He was not a tight end.
He was not a tight end, though.
A wide receiver or tight end?
Joe Morgan? Are you talking about Joe Morgan?
Yeah, a wide receiver or tight end.
What was the tight end that dropped the pass in the NFC Championship game?
Oh, God. The guy that went to the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Dan Arnold.
I'm
not going to go that far. Dan Arnold.
Tommy Lee Lewis.
I thought about Adam Troutman too, and I'm like, nope.
Troutman,
David
you say?
Patton.
I'm not a big fish guy.
Patton was good. That's a
For 1
terrible
year.
answer, Ralph.
For 1 year.
The Lord is going to your head.
That's right.
I would kill for Patton. Are you kidding me?
Toon.
He's your best player. David Patton would literally be the best player on the offense right now.
Nick Toon.
Ooh, okay.
Adrian Arrington.
You redeemed yourself.
Adrian Arrington. Trying to.
I'm going with Kobe Fleener. Final answer.
Poor Kobe Fleener. He would.
I would not. You would not want him back. That's bullshit.
I want Kobe Fleener back.
Playoff Josh Hill.
You don't.
Ooh, playoff Josh Hill would be nice.
All right. So, guys, thanks for all the questions. We appreciate it. All right, Thomas, it's time for game predictions. Put them up.
Roger that. Let's look at how it went last week. Not good for Dave. -2 points.
Man, I took a beating.
He was the only one to predict the Giants to win. Ralph gets +2 easy points for Derek Carr. And Dave sucks. What can I say? let's look at the current standing. Let's look at the current standing. It gets interesting. I mean, Andrew's still at the top, but Ralph second.
This is a race for second place.
Yeah,
this is
40
really
points,
wow. It's
Ralph,
Andrew and everybody else.
I've limped
Dave.
my way into second place, literally.
You know
Kevin,
what, Dave? Dave, you can pick first, I guess, because you're in the last place, tied with
Go
Kevin.
ahead, Dave.
All right. There's nobody left to pick though, so I'm not even sure that anybody would even pick this person. I don't even think I even need to get ahead of the game. But
come on, man. Ralph picked Derek Carr last week.
Ralph picked Derek Carr last week. Oh wait. Oh, I am. Oh wait, never mind. I'm switching my pick, Thomas. I messaged you earlier.
I know, yeah.
But I'm switching it.
Yeah, minus points. So you're in the last place by yourself now.
Mm-hmm. Stop, minus points. All right. I am not expecting Derek Carr to play. Don't even really think that that's really even in an option, but I don't know. Ralph says it is, so I guess I gotta believe him. He's got a Twitter internet chip implanted in his brain, so he would know. It's out at home, obviously, but I don't think that matters anymore. You know, Commanders, the shine has really worn off on the Commanders since earlier in the season. And, you know, Jaden Daniels, everything was looking good. They won that dramatic Hail Mary game against the Bears. Things have worn off a little bit, so I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I definitely don't think the Saints are going to win. I'm going to go with Commies 23, Saints 13. And then I forgot now that we have a new quarterback, I think. So I'm going to go with Jake Haener as my player of the game.
Wow. Wait. Let me check. Somebody picked Haener, but probably not you.
I don't think it was me.
Oh, you picked Rattler. Huh? Damn. Jesus.
Yes. Woo.
Picking every quarterback possible, man.
I've got them all. Hey, they're like Pokemon. Got to catch them all.
Look at that. Hey, there it is.
So what did Kevin pick?
Who do you think he picked?
I think he picked the Saints to win.
You would be wrong. Pretty similar score to Dave's, 24 to 13, and his player of the game is Chase Young.
Oh yeah, against his former team. I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick. I picked him week 1.
Yeah, you did.
Here's the thing, people, that you need to realize. You may be done with the Saints, but I'm going to tell you something. Atlanta's going to lose to the Raiders on Monday night. Tampa is going to go out to the Chargers, and they're going to lose. The Saints are going to beat the Commandos. I don't care if Jake Haener plays. I don't care if Spencer Rattler plays. I don't care if they get an AI version of Archie Manning to come play quarterback.
Has 7 Malort shots before the show starts.
The Saints are winning this game. You might be done with the Saints in 2024. The Saints are not done with you. And I'm going to tell you something. The Saints are going to win. And just like everything else in 2024, Saints, they're going to win. They're going to look amazing. And somebody is going to get injured and sacrificed for the win. Because that's what happens. Every time the Saints win, someone must be sacrificed.
That is true.
And I'm telling you who it's going to be.
Haener?
No.
Wait, you're picking the person who's going to get sacrificed?
That's correct.
As your player of the game?
He's going to have 8 catches,
What's
185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and get injured and be out for the rest of the year. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is your player of the game, and it's going to be his last game for 2024. Saints 31, Commandos 27. Saints will be a game out of first.
Stop.
Ralph,
lock it in.
Hey, Malort. Malort, this is Ralph's co-host, Andrew Juge, talking. Can you please give Ralph his body back and give him the microphone?
I believe in you, sexy Jake.
That's great. Okay, now I'm going to go. you know what? We're due for a blowout. And I don't mean the Saints blowing a team out. We've seen that a couple times this year, a few times. The Saints have yet to get absolutely catapulted out of the stadium.
Ooh, I don't know about
we
that
haven't
Denver
had
game.
one of those like implosions where
blowout meaning we're gonna get blown out.
yeah,
not
we
we're gonna blow
haven't had
somebody out.
one of those. Do you guys remember that year where we went to
You had me in the
Seattle?
first half, not gonna lie.
Do you remember that
got blown
game
out
against Seattle where
yeah.
at Seattle from start to finish it just like it was death.
Yeah.
You know, so the Saints are gonna like. There's no spread big enough where I wouldn't bet on the Commandos. Love the nickname, by the way. Lattimore is coming back, of course.
Of course he is.
Lattimore is going to have 2 picks. If I could pick the player of the game, I'm picking Lattimore. He's going to have 2 picks. He's going to have a pick 6. And what's going to happen is on that pick 6,
yeah, I forgot about that.
it's going to be in the 4th quarter. He's going to kind of like go into the end zone and he's going to kind of grab at his hammy a little bit. And you're going to be like, wait, like, did he grab at his hammy? And Commando fans are going to be like, nah, it's fine. It's great. This is amazing. We beat the shit out of the Saints. And then Adam Schefter or Rap Sheet on Monday are going to have a tweet and they're going to be like, yeah, some tests reveal that Lattimore's had a setback and he's out till 2029 with a hamstring. So it'll probably be the last game of his career, but he'll have 2 picks, 1 for a touchdown. Final score, Commandos 40, Saints 3.
Whoa.
Complete blowout from start to finish. It's going to be, 42 to 3, I guess.
42.
My pick. Sorry. 42 to 3. It's going to be miserable from start to finish. Hopefully we'll have some jokes.
Yeah.
My player of the game.
If I go to this game and it turns out like this, I'm gonna be pissed.
I will love it, man.
My player of the game with 11.
No. I would have picked an opposing player earlier if I could have.
My player of the game with 11 carries for 27 yards is Kendre Miller.
No.
Oh, he looked good. He looked good this last game.
He looked good.
We forgot to talk about him. Nobody's talking about him. He's got great balance. He seems to really evades tacklers.
Stop
he's always
jinxing it. He's going to get hurt. Stop talking him up. He's going to get hurt. Stop it.
I was very impressed. Every time I watch him, it pisses me off because it's like, Jesus, like, why can't he just stay healthy? This is so frustrating.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is.
I'll never quit him because he won me a bunch of money when he was in college.
I can't quit you.
I can't quit you.
All right, so this is like last week, except this time it's Ralph going against the grain.
I believe in sexy.
Didn't work out for me this week, Ralph. So sorry.
I mean, listen, the Saints haven't. The Saints. The Malort's really hitting me. I'm just saying. The Saints. We haven't had the oh my God, what is happening Saints game yet. We haven't had that yet. And I believe it's this week.
No.
I actually believe what's going to happen.
You don't think
is
Saints Giants was oh my God, what is happening?
No, it was just a rock fight. I'm going to make a prediction. The Saints are going to go into next Monday night when they go to Green Bay. They're going to be 6-8 and have a chance to get to 7-8 and be tied for first. That's how bad the NFC South is. That's how much the Falcons and Tampa are going to implode the next 2 weeks. Lock it in, Thomas. I'm never giving up hope. Toxic positivity forever.
Oh my God, so dumb. It only works half the time.
That's right. Thomas, thank all the people who donated for the show.
Roger that. Thanks, guys, for donating. We are on a 70-week donation streak. It was a team effort. Thanks to your boy Alan, to Jason Champagne, to Holker, Darren Holker, to Who Dat Golfer, and for the first time ever, with 80 buckaroos, the MVP, who is the one and only Oppenheimer! Congratulations!
Oppenheimer, remember to DM Thomas on Discord so you can tell us what to write. on the whiteboard. We've done a poor job updating. But we'll update it, we promise.
Remind him what he can win, Rolf.
Yeah, he can win. He wins this.
Oh.
Whoa. Beautiful.
What are you doing? Are you just clearing out your mother's house? Are you just slowly driving stuff home to Houston from your mother's house?
And no, but you can't eat it's not like you can go on eBay and get that. It's a one of a kind item.
I understand that, but
signed by Rolf with his bad hand.
Hey, that's right. And I got a Joe.
What does it smell like? Does it smell like mothballs?
It smells. It smells like Werther's original. And brandy.
And potpourri. Yeah, right.
So remember, Oppenheimer, DM Thomas, you can write whatever you want on the whiteboard. Guys,
loading a two-lane comments now. Dave's gonna love it. I bet, man.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show, we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/saintshappyhour or click the link in the chat and grab a free subscription for 2 months. Doesn't cost you a penny. You'll love us and you'll stay forever. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps, makes the show better. This show is what it is because of you guys. And don't forget to follow us on socials, wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin hanging out in the chat for just a little bit, everybody in the chat, and Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed.
Thanks for the support, guys. Thank you.
Woo, that Malort, it does not fool around.